Hey, fifth grade, I wanted to show you another way to bring in images. Now, sometimes when you're searching for an SVG file online, it's not always easy to find. Sometimes you're just going to find a JPEG, or it's going to say it's an SVG, but it's not. So I'm going to show you how to take a regular JPEG image and convert it into a file that Tinkercad can read. So I'm just going to open up a new browser here, and I just typed in Batman logo for an example. Now, you can really use any picture, but you want to make sure it isn't too much extra stuff. So, like, for instance, this one would not work if there's too much on here. Like this one could work, or I can go with the traditional Batman logo. So I'm just going to do a two-finger tap on this. I'm going to save it. Now, save it someplace that's easy for you to find. Prior downloads is probably where it's going to go. Now, this happens to be a PNG, which Tinkercad can't use. I'm just going to give it a better name. And I hit save. Now, if I open up the online SVG convert, I have a link in your Google Classroom, as well as I'll leave a link in the YouTube video in the description below. When you get to this screen, there's a lot of information to look at. What you're going to look for is this big green area. We're going to choose the file first. So here's my Batman logo. Now, when you're all ready, you're going to hit Start Conversion. You can see my Batman logo is right here. I'm going to start conversion. That goes relatively quick. It's already finished. Now we need to download it because it's downloaded it for me. So I click download. Now if I go into Tinkercad, I can go to import. I'm going to choose the file. Now it's in my downloads folder. Here's my Batman logo. Now right now it's way too big. I'm going to select art just to crop off some of the extra white. And the biggest part of our stand was about 40. So I don't want it quite even that big. So I'm going to set it to 20, the biggest side. And we'll kind of adjust it. I hit import. I can see it made that little Batman logo into a 3D shape. Now you could have it standing up if you wanted to be three-dimensional. So I could select it and then group it. Just make sure it is not going through the base. Or what I could also do is to make this a hole shape. Now if I group it the way it is right now, it would cut a hole all the way through, which might be okay. Or if you just want a slight indentation, you can raise it up off the floor. Now our base is really thin. It's only 3, so I'm just going to raise it up 1 notch, 1 millimeter. Now if I group it, you can see we have a little indentation. Now it's a little bit small, so I could make it bigger. I'm going to hold my shift key when I resize it to make sure that it isn't being distorted. Or you can always use your arrows to move the shape over. I think that looks better. Or I could just align it to the center, which is probably the easiest, I'm not guessing. Now if I select both shapes and group, I have a little indentation on my base. I hope this was helpful for you to use other images besides an SVG right off the bat, so you can draw something. You can then convert it through the online SVG converter. Hope you guys are having fun with designing your phone stands. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Take care.